Hey everybody, welcome back to another Gravity Ace stream. I'm still, I'm very disorganized tonight. I'm still trying to get this all set up. Be with you in a sec. Hey Scooter, how you doing? Typing. Hey Vim. Yeah, check this out. Oh. It's bright blue actually. My wife had the fabric, and I've already got the stands and stuff. We had some PVC pipe. I built a thing. Bum 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 bum. Ba-da. All right. What to work on today? Well, so quick update. I did the I did a I need to calm it down. I did a YouTube video, another one that'll go up tomorrow. It's more of a progress report than a tutorial, but I talked about some of the build system code that I put out there recently, and recent changes and stuff in the game. And then today, I think we're going to work on something else fun. Because again, this one I'm waiting, letting this one sit a little bit, letting this one stew. This one I'm working on off the stream. Maybe this one would be kind of fun. Let's do this one. Well, let's at least look at this one. Yeah, let's look at that one, because that'll be fun. Hey, Gingerbeard. Yeah, so I changed the, this game that you're seeing on the screen. When you chat, hola, it spawns in a ship. And then they're AI controlled. Annihilated. And, yeah, they kill each other. Kaboom. All right, so what is that thing called? I think it's this. No. Planet? Yeah, that's what it is. Nice little 3D scene in my 2D game. Which shows up, let me see. Shows up here in this scene. Right? This. And it's fine. I mean, it's fine. But like I said about the, the, that sound effect that I added last time. Ooh, Vim takes the lead. Attack. 8, 7, 6. No one's going to take the lead. Vim's going to win. Well done, sir. Yeah, so I kind of did the same approach with this, right? I made this thing, and I liked it enough to put it in the game. I like the concept of it, but after looking at it for a few weeks and just living with it for a little while, I think it needs something. My main problems with it are, I kind of like the shapes, right? It's very kind of spiky and nasty looking, right? It's this is a bad place we're going to. I like the blurriness of it, right? This is like a long range scan of something where, it's far away, where we don't have good resolution on it, right? It's fine. I like the entrance and how I've marked that, right? This is the entrance to the base that's been marked by your computer scanners and telling you how you get in there. But the texture of the thing is a little muddy. It's a little blurry. They're all a little different, but they're all, you know, I don't know, a little samey. This one's different, but there's just not enough contrast, I think, in the texture, and there's not enough. It needs something. It needs a little something. Maybe I should look at actual asteroids and see how they really look in outer space. Or maybe this isn't even something I need to do. Maybe it's fine. All right, here we go. Round 2. Asteroids. I mean, if you look at NASA, all asteroids are red or gray, right? They're not red at all. There's no craters on here. That would be kind of cool if I could somehow put craters in. I think what I'm kind of going for here is like something more like a destroyed planet, like a, right? It's like this kind of stuff, something like this. And see all this variety, right? There's like yellow ones, there's blue ones. They're all kind of just shattered. It's more evocative of the title screen, right, in the game. The title screen has a shattered, destroyed planet right here. Right? I want something like this. Here. I know, it's tricky. Tricky to do procedurally. It'd be easier to just model the thing, but then they'd all be exactly the same. So what I've got here is I've got I think just a spherical mesh, yeah. And then there's a shader on it somewhere. Here it is. Here's a material. The material has some parameters. It's got a color, it's got some noise, width and height, right? There's a noise texture. This is a procedural open simplex noise. And then it's got this continent shader, which is again more open simplex noise. And it's got a crater shader. And yeah, a color. All right, so I give it 3 textures and a color. And then the shader does this. It takes this and this, the crater, and distorts the vertexes, and that's where you get all the spikiness from. And then it takes the continent shader and the noise shader and the ocean color, right? And uses that as a color on here. And then there's a spotlight, the sun, which is red, So that's what's primarily coloring everything red. And it's red with purple shadows, right? So you can see kind of the dark areas getting purple. But maybe what I need is like some layers. Let me look at the ginger. Attack. Oh, I'm in the lead. This reminds me of watching, I don't know, like those circus games where you see the fake horses racing or something. Shoot, shoot! Ugh. Stupid computer. Oh, oh, oh! And Vim takes the crown. Ooh. Oh! Oh. Come on. Come on. Come on. No, 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 no! Oh! Kill him. Kill him. No! Oh! Unstoppable. Well played, sir. Wait, where did my... Here. So one thing that these have that this doesn't have is it's got layers, right? Like look at this one, right? There's an ocean layer, there's a continents layer, and there's an atmosphere layer. Let's try doing that first. So to do that, I'm gonna need yeah, to do that, let's first of all, let's turn off all of these textures because I think they're all reseeded and set up again. Yeah, they're all kind of set up again anyway. Let's do this. Let's change the shader a little bit. Where the heck are you? Let's change the shader a little bit and just turn this stuff off. So we'll get a circle again, right? Or in this case, it's a kind of a flat thing. And that's because there's some code that changes the scale, I think, of the of this thing. Radius, height, yeah, right? Okay. And then if we added another mesh instance, and we called this continent, and we gave it a sphere mesh, okay, and what do we have? 1, 2, 32, 32. Let's make it the same. 1, 2, 32, 32. Okay. So now I've got this guy, right? Basically identical to this guy. But let's make his radius just a little bigger. Thusly. And then we'll add a fragment shader. Sure. And this fragment shader, what I'm trying to do here, void fragment. What I'm trying to do here is it albedo? That should make it disappear. How do I do this? Hold on. RGB, yeah, I want to return albedo. There is no A in here. Is there an alpha? There is. Okay, so that makes it transparent, right? Okay. So what I want to do is for some pixels, I want to turn them transparent and for others not. And I want to do this based on the noise texture, I think. Or maybe I want to use the noise texture as a height map. Let's see if that works. Height. I can never remember the syntax for this stuff. This is what I want. Call that height. And so when you add this uniform like this, you'll see it pop up over here under the shader params. Right? And then I can add a noise texture, and then I can add open simplex noise, and I can change all this stuff. So I want to do, maybe let's not do that. Let's do, I'm not sure how to turn this into a height map. Do I have the normal here? I do. Oh, it wouldn't be in the fragment anyway. It would be in the, oh God. What's it called? There's the fragment shader, and then there's the vertex shader. So this, I would say, vertex equals. Well, let's get the height first. So we'll do vec2. No. Float h equals. Vertex height UV, like that, right? It's sampler 2D. What is that going to give me? It's going to give me two numbers, right? A vector. Oh, no, it's going to give me the color. Okay. And I have access to the normal here. Okay. Color is an RGBA, so it's a vector 4. All right. But I could do float h equals that. Yeah, that works. And then I could say vertex equals vertex minus normal times h times 0.1. Look at that. It's doing something. And then as I change this, let's say we change the seed, right? You can see it changes the thingy there. You can add octaves to make it more or less bumpy, right? This should make it more bumpy. Why isn't it not covering the poles? Something going on here that I don't understand. That doesn't change anything. It's interesting. I need to look up the documentation, obviously, because I don't know what I'm doing. Godot, shading language. Normal. Okay. The normal in local coordinates. The vertex in local coordinates. So if you take your vertex and you subtract the normal, then it should be going back inside of itself, right? And yet, unless the UVs are kind of weird. Maybe it has weird UVs. Maybe I have to put the material here. Why does it have a material here on the mesh? But also I can put a material here on the mesh instance. This one seems to work okay. I've got a material on the planet here. And then you can have material overrides. There's just so many places to put a material. Let's save this. We will save this to here, and we will call this continent material. And we will save this. Make it unique first. That was weird. Like that. And then now I can remove it from here, right? I can just say clear, right? And I could put it someplace else. But I don't think I need to put it someplace else. Level 2 user, planet. No, wrong one. Continent. Let's do this. Let's do a little debugging here. We'll say albedo RGB equals that. Albedo.r equals texture height EV R. Albedo.rgb equals R. I can put this on one line. Like that. RGB equals RRR. It should be gray. But it's probably not because the sun isn't white. Just fine. Like if I did GGG. Whoa, what just happened? I just made a black hole. Okay. So, I mean, that works. But this height thing isn't working the way I expected. Why is this all purple? Let me just create a new one. New noise texture. Open simplex. Okay. Okay. Seamless. Okay. See, it's doing the right thing. It's doing a thing. Right? Okay. It's looking planety. And then if I go in here and I change this, right? Look at that. Okay. And these values, the dark values here, are going to be closer to 0, and these brighter values are going to be closer to 1. Turn that up. That like that. The noise texture isn't great. I would like that to be sharper somehow. Oh, it's because I was using it as a normal map. I don't want that. Okay. How's everybody doing on a Tuesday night? Making dinner. No dinner tonight for me. I had a delicious turkey sandwich earlier today. And I look forward to some popcorn later tonight. I think I can make this sharper. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. I want this to be a value. Let's call that V. And I want this to be float V. That. Okay. And then I want this to be some kind of threshold. That. And then I want V to be thresholded somehow so it's sharper. So I want to say V equals step V. There we go. So what this does, it says if V is less than 0.5, it makes it 0. If it's greater than 0.5, it makes it 1. Okay. Kaboom. I don't care about the poles right now. They're a little weird, but that's fine. That's fine. Okay, so let's copy this here. And then we do this. And let's turn this off. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Right, so there's our, like, continents, kind of. And I think I can do... Does that work? Nope. How does smooth step work? Takes 3. And what is going on here? Yeah, I wish I knew what that meant. I can never remember how this works. Oh, good old Hermite interpolation, of course. Edge 0, edge 1, x. The value of the lower edge, the value of the upper edge, the value for interpolation. Okay, so you give it 2 edges. So this is like 0.5V, something like that. Okay. Oh, I'm changing the fragment again. Smooth step. That's weird. Give it a I don't know. I don't know what you call that. All right. I mean, that's something. Let's start there. What if I increase the resolution of this? Interesting. Does the order of these matter? I think it inverts it. Sort of inverts it. And I can control the height like this, right? Gets more and more bumpy, right? Let's do 0.1. And I think if I increase this, I can turn back down. That doesn't matter so much. But this I can turn up and do this like that and get more resolution out of the actual geometry. That's more interesting, right? And see, they've got a height. You've got some cliffs on there, right? And that height is based on this value. That works. Okay, so that's actually more interesting right now, right off the bat. And if I take this guy, this is the inner thing, right? And I turn that off. Then it just gets nothing. It doesn't have a material. Let's do a new material. Let's call it spatial, and let's give it an albedo of blue. Right? Now it's like an ocean. So this is the underlying planet, and then these are the continents on top of it. Okay. Maybe. Oh boy, here we go. Death to Vim. I need like an old-timey horse racing announcer. Oh my god. Try to distract you with hearts. Shoot! Shoot! Oh, how did I miss? Oh my. All right. All right. I'm not going to look at that anymore. Let's load this back. Let's make this back into the planet shader. Although, if I keep going the way I'm going, these names are bad, but whatever. So that's the underlying planet. I've got this stuff on top of it. If I went in here and turned this back on, what happens? Blows up, right? It's fine. But what if I take this math, and put it in the other shader? Then that one will blow up in a similar way. Right? And then I can just subtract that. Oh, I need the same noise texture. It does make things a little more complicated. Do I want to do this right now? Time to die. What if I did that? Then it's not as crazy. That's kind of interesting. And I can take this and go like that, make it a little taller. And let's see, let's change this back to 32 and 32. Keep it lo-fi. And what if I took this, and instead of adding it, I subtracted it? Let's add it again, but not as much. Turn off this one. Okay. Interesting, interesting. And then this could get a different color too, right? It could get well, let's see. We've got this height texture. Let's add a uniform. Ugh, again with the syntax that I don't remember. Like this. Color. And that could be, you know, something fun. Like that. And this could be like that. There we go. Why didn't it pick up the color? I don't know. Does this work? Doesn't seem to do anything. Oh, color. There we go. I mean, maybe. It's kind of blah. I can add another another noise texture. Call that one just noise. And add it here. Noise texture. Simplex noise. Like so. That's fine. And then I can do times texture noise UV. Give it a little grunginess. Ooh, that's an interesting one. That's actually really interesting. I like that. Okay, so these darker colors kind of work in an interesting way. What did I just do? Is it just the minus that did it? Yeah. I mean, now it's starting to look like a kindergarten art project. interesting though. Let me try that. I'm going to look at that and see how that looks. You know, in the level chooser. Let's look at it and see how it looks once it's pixelized. Pixelated. Uh-huh. It's black. I mean, this is a good bug, actually, because it's showing me that, you know, the silhouette of each of these is basically identical, which is no good. You want different silhouettes. I want different silhouettes for these things. And because the silhouette of each planet is the same, even if everything else on the texture changes, they're going to feel the same to me. Why are they all black? It's kind of bugging me. Did I turn off the sun? No. Wow. Crazy. Mm-hmm. Okay. I thought maybe I was on the right track, but I think this is not the right track. Close that, and I'm just going to throw this away. I'm going to throw it in the garbage. 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 Mm-hmm. See, these silhouettes are different. They're more interesting. Something is still not right, though. Why? Oh, that's weird. Even though I'm changing it out here, it's not really changing it in here. In here. Right? It's not picking it up. R.2. There. Okay. So that should be back to normal. Yeah, see, I like these better. But there's still this muddy contrast problem. It is two-tone, right? There's two colors there. They're just not very well separated. I wonder if it would be better if the sun was white. Or yellow, even. Very washed out. Too much energy. Too much energy in the sun. Maybe? Maybe there's too much energy in the environment. No, I don't think that's it. Should this just be way down? Why does that look so washed out and weird? It's not that. It's not that. It's definitely this. But maybe it's partly what this material is doing. Maybe it's this. No. That did something. Yeah, it's this rim light acting weird. Okay, the rim light's acting weird. It's a little better. Definitely getting more color variation now. Let me turn down the sun. Isn't game development great? You can just say, I'm going to turn the sun down. This is kind of nice because I'm getting those harsh outer space sharp shadows, right? Like you see in the NASA photographs. But I'm definitely getting some strong colors here, which is also good. Yeah, I'm digging these actually. I think I just need to figure out the lighting, the weird lighting. What is this? What is this blue? What is this weird blue overlay? Where is that coming from? What is that? Is that coming from... It is. It's coming from here. Is this scene doing some kind of weird, like, background? Clear color, canvas. Huh. Sky. Whoa. I wish I knew what that was coming from. transparent background. Turn off the background, I turn off the stars. Label, label. This texture is coming from the viewport, not filtering it. In the viewport, if I leave that off, then what does it look like? And that's because this is the sky color. If I did clear color and then ran it, yeah, see, it's different. And if I do transparent background and run it, it's transparent. Okay, there's a red herring. This blue thing, I don't know what that is, but it has nothing to do with anything. So those colors, that blue, that red, they're very similar to these colors. Which are just washed out. They're just a little washed out. Let's see if I turn that down to 0. Does that change anything? Probably only changes the dark side. Yeah. Right? Like that. So this gives some definition to the darker areas, but doesn't really affect the lighter areas, so that's fine. Hey, Valiant. Attack Valiant Cheese. Game on, I'm coming for you. Hey, what time is it where you are? Is it late at night for you or early in the morning? Or somewhere in between? Oh. Interesting. It is 7:30 p.m. here. It is dark and cold outside. Let's do that. See, it just, and now it's just not bright enough. It just looks washed out. I wish I was good at 3D and I knew how to do lighting. Shadow's fine. The light color is fine from the sun. The shadow color is fine. My world environment here, I've got this environment with a background, ambient light, those are fine. Fog's off. Oh, maybe it's this. Uh-huh. Let's do that. All right, let's change that to linear. I don't know why it was on filmic before. That's sort bit better. Those colors are more saturated now, which is good. I do think the energy of the sun is still too high. Like here, see, it's just blowing out down here at the bottom. So let's turn the sun down again, but not all the way like it was before. Let's turn it down to like, let's do that. Okay, okay. We got this cool zebra planet. We got this blobby zebra planet. Got this boring gray planet. Blue planet. Oh, look. This one's got like green stuff on it. More green stuff. Blue stuff, green stuff, yellow stuff, blue stuff. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that whole color thing. This is doing a thing which I don't know if we need. What if we just went full on red, red, red? Very saturated red. Yep. How are those other colors picked? So this could actually go from 0 to 1.5. Let's do, let's change this. Uh, 0 to 1, okay? R, G, B. Let's say B can go from 0 to 1. And then let's say R is 1 minus B. Let's do that. So it'll either be very blue or very, very red. Right? They'll go like this. Let's make this G. And then R can go from 0.3 to 0.6. So it'll either be very blue or very green with some smidge of red in there. Let's see how that changes the colors. Oops. Look at these. These are red and green, red and green, red and green. Then a red and a less green. Red and green. Red and blue. Red and green. Red and blue. Red and blue. Red and green. Red and blue. Red and blue. 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 All right. So I don't like this. It's too samey. Too samey. Right? Makes sense, right? It's doing what I told it to do. Let's just go full random. Yeah. But let's say there's always going to be some blue. Do procedural generation, they said. It'll be easy, they said. I think that was me. That's not changing anything. Do I have to change this to a tool to see it changing? Yeah, there we go. This might make it a little easier to debug a little bit. So I know the red's going to be there. But the other color, I don't know, it just doesn't, it's just not giving me the variation that I'd like. Oh, that one's cool. By going, you can actually make colors. Colors should go from 0 to 1, but you can actually use higher values. And the higher you go, the more saturated it becomes. So this red, if it gets a 10, it's going to be like red. See that? It just gets totally blown out. That's more red than anything can be red. What if I change this to be, oops, like that, so I think I could just do that. that doesn't work at all. What if I use a negative color? Interesting. See how it's going black? That's a neat one. That's not going to change anything. I think this is going to be it for right now. I'm on this thing anyway. What's the error? Expected end of statement got built-in function instead. RGB. Am I missing a comma or something? That's weird. Okay, I think this is going to be fine for now. This is marginally better than it was. Yeah, I don't know. That's part of my problem, I guess, is I don't know exactly what I'm going for. I'm just messing around and just not getting results. I mean, I'll know it when I see it, I suppose. Like this one I like, right? More like this. This one, bleh, it's okay. This one, yes. This one, yes. Cool, I like this one. Good. This one's okay. This one, I don't know. I don't even know what to make of this one. I mean, at the end of the day, this feature doesn't really matter. That was kind of neat. Yeah, it's kind of neat. I mean, I've even toyed around with doing this, something like this with it, where I take. How do I do this? I can take this texture rectangle, right, and I can add this, right. This looks kind of cool. It just takes away all the color, right, and it turns it into a hologram. This is a hologram shader that I already have. It's got little glitches in it. It just takes color out of the equation. This was kind of cool. We're looking at it from the dark side. I kind of like this. I don't know. This reminds me of like a low fidelity, long range scan like you'd see in a movie. Blurry, fuzzy. But you can kind of make out little features. Compared to this, right? Which is higher fidelity. You're actually getting a color picture of the target. I don't know. Oh, interesting. I wonder if I could do that. Let's see. Let's try that. That's a good idea. I have to quantize the rotation a little bit, right? Okay. Let's see. I think that's here. So right now it's updating this rotation every frame, every physics frame. And I'd want to rotate it every 10th physics frame. Something like that, right? So I could do if engine.frame count mod 5 equals 0. Get frames drawn. Does that do it? Yep. Kinda. No, kinda not. Let's see. Oh. This magic number needs to be, I don't know what you call this. Yep. There's a frame count. Engine has a lot of neat stuff in it. Frames drawn, frames per second, idle frames. I don't even know what that is. I don't know what a lot of this stuff is. Physics frames. Oh, that's probably what I want. I want physics frames. Because I'm in physics process. And let's set this to 5. So every 5 physics frames, which is every, instead of 60 frames per second, it'll be like 10 frames per second. If I did 6, it'd be 10 frames per second. Yeah, let's try that. That's kind of cool. It's a little like, you know? If we did 12. Mm-hmm. And I could turn back on that that material. Yeah, so this is updating. So if I do 1, right, this is 60 frames per second. If I do 2, it's 30 frames per second. If I do 3, it's 20 frames per second. If I do 4, it's 15 frames a second. 6 is 10 frames a second. This is 6 frames per second. Oh, close shot. Yeah, that's true. You guys aren't really seeing it the way I'm seeing it. I don't know. It's kind of cool. I like the idea, but nothing else in the game does this. So it feels a little out of place. And I feel like I've spent too much time on it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take what I've got so far. Right. I'll leave that code in. Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave this on. I kind of am digging this. The more I see it, I'm kind of in my head. I'm like world building here a little bit. Like this is some kind of weird retro future where we're super high tech. You know, we can travel faster than light. We can go off to the Orion Nebula and blow up aliens, but our displays are still monochrome. You know, these long range scan things are still kind of monochrome, fuzzy displays. I kind of like that idea. Like if you saw the control room that this screen is on, it wouldn't be a flat LCD panel. It'd be a CRT screen. And this accomplishes, this shader kind of accomplishes what I was after in the first place, which is more contrast and more kind of detail in the color areas of the thing. Even though there's no color now, it really brings out the contrast between the light and the dark areas. And you can see more of the forms, you know, like this one looks really neat like this because you can see a lot of forms, but not a lot of detail, but you can see there's something there and it's kind of mysterious. Yeah. I think I'm gonna leave it like this. So yeah, it's marginally, I think it's marginally better than it was. This code effectively doesn't do anything right now, so I'm just going to take that out. Yeah, I think that's a marginal improvement. I'm going to commit it. I'm going to commit it. What is all this? What is all this? Oh, I was messing around here earlier. Oh, I know what this was. It's because I was messing around. This is because I was doing the build system and putting it out there online for people. And I was just testing it, I guess. Same with this one. I'm going to undo that. What is this? What is this? That one I'll keep. This one I don't think is a real bug or whatever this was. I'm going to get rid of that. That's a good one. What is this? Oh, I remember what this is. Okay. Okay. So this change was fixed letterbox flashing on before it fades in. And this, yep. 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 All right, the only thing I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. Marginally improved. Improved the look of the 3D planet hologram in the level chooser. Boom. Time to die. Oh, oh, hey, did we just fly through each other? C-beams glittering in the dark. I can't remember the line. All right. Done-ish. This one, all right, let's look at some bugs. This one, I don't think I can fix. In the editor, but I can show it actually right here. So if you grab a handle, right, and you go this way with it, right, it stays attached. But if you go this way outside of the window, now it's not attached anymore. I haven't let go of the mouse button. I click, holding the mouse button, and I come back, right? And no matter where I go, I haven't let go of the mouse button. It hangs on. But when I go outside of the window and then come back, it's lost it. And the sliders, these sliders in my level editor, because it's the same control, they do the same thing. And yeah, I don't think I can fix that. It's just a feature of the editor, or Godot rather. Yeah, I remember I looked into this before, and there's mouse mode confined, which forces the mouse to stay within the window, which kind of fixes it, but now your mouse is stuck in the window, which I didn't like. These detect when the mouse exits and enters the window. But I think this one isn't fired in this case. So it's kind of it is a bug per se. But I'm just going to move it to the bottom of the list. I was tempted to just say won't fix, but let's move it to the bottom. There's nothing I can do about it right now. And it's a pretty minor bug, so I'm not worried about it. Glitchy dialogue editor, see video. Do you see how there's no attached video here? That's because past me is a jerk. Crackle in the engine burn sound effect. Yes, there is a slight crackle in the sound effect, but it's there intentionally. Is it a bug? It bothered somebody. I don't remember who opened this bug, but I do remember that it was one person, and I haven't heard a complaint about it from anybody else. So I'm going to archive this bug, and we'll see if anybody else complains about it. If I get 2 more complaints, then I'll fix it. Who wrote these bug reports? Oh, I did. What is the double click problem? Now I'm just getting mad at myself. It never gets the mouse up event. Yeah, there's a lot of little fiddly bugs, right, in the editor. Sometimes I'll be typing in a box, and like it'll freeze up the whole editor until you push. I like mash a bunch of keys and then it unfreezes. I don't know. What was the double click problem? You jerk. What could it have been? When did I open this bug? October. Oh, this was launch day for early access. Maybe it's in the forum. Oops. Oh, this is actually fixed. Why am I not logged in? Hey, this is fixed from the latest build. Whoop. Ba-boom. Maybe it was this. This guy he was pushing, like, double clicking buttons to switch scenes and do stuff. And I fixed it a while ago. I don't remember what this one is. I'm going to archive it and see if anybody else complains about it. This one I've heard about from one person, but no one else. I can't reproduce it. I know that this is a real problem, though, because Steam has an article about it. They're like, here's how this can happen. There's a workaround, though. So, I don't know. Crashed in a wall and exploded right as the out of fuel alarm countdown hit 0, and it responded me with another 15 seconds. I've seen this happen. This one, I don't care. This one's going to go. This one, I don't think I can fix unless I integrate the Steam SDK, because there's no other way to detect if the overlay is visible. The game doesn't lose focus. And the game can't detect if the overlay is visible. The only way you can know if the overlay is visible is if you have the Steam SDK integrated. I don't have the Steam SDK integrated, so I can't fix this one. I haven't made a decision about whether I'm going to add the Steam SDK, because it means I would need to have 2 builds, right? I need to have a Steam build and I need to have an itch build. I think. I don't know what would happen if you ran the itch build with the Steam SDK built into it. Would it just do nothing? I don't know. Maybe I could do that. Make Shift Tab pause. Shift Tab could be a toggle for the pause. Maybe. Maybe. I'm going to write that down. Can you solve this by just making Shift Tab pause toggle the pause menu? The only reason I'm hesitant about this is I wonder if you Shift Tabbed and the Steam overlay appeared and it paused the game, that would be fine. But is there maybe it's possible that you could do it fast enough that they would get out of sync, and now you're pausing the game when the Steam overlay isn't visible? Maybe the Steam overlay misses one of the inputs, because you've got 2 different systems here, right? You've got Steam and you've got the game both listening for inputs, and if one of them misses one, then they'll be out of sync. Could that happen? I don't know. Am I worried about a problem that doesn't exist? Maybe. I'll need to think about that one. But that might be a good way to fix it. That would be simple anyway. You can rebind the overlay key. Yeah, I mean, is this really a problem? Like, you're going to be playing your Steam game, right? You're going to go into the overlay and you're going to go, oh, damn, the game didn't pause. So you're going to go out of the overlay, pause it, and then go back in. And then from then on, any player savvy enough to do the Steam overlay and start chatting with his friends or whatever, they're going to remember that, right? For next time. Or they'll complain. And so far, nobody's complained. Yeah, nobody's complained. I think this was one that I put in just because it's a Steam recommendation, not because any player actually requested this. Yeah. So these bugs are problematic. These bugs are problematic. This one I can't fix. This one I can't fix unless I integrate the Steam SDK. This one maybe I could fix without the Steam SDK, maybe not, but is it really a problem? This one is real. I've seen it. And this one is real. I've seen it, but I don't know how to reproduce either one. And that's not going to be fun to watch on stream because I'm just going to have to go in and click just random things forever until I figure out how to reproduce these things. And again, I guess I'm lucky in that a lot of these bugs haven't had a lot of people complaining about them. I mean, the game's been in people's hands for a while. I've had play testers playing it for a year, and it's been on Steam for 2 months, and I'm blessed that the bug reports aren't just flowing in. There aren't 1,000 people complaining about anything. So even though these are all bugs, they're all pretty minor bugs. They don't happen very often. They're they're not Cyberpunk 2077 bugs. Oh, he kicks them while they're down. All right. You see what I'm worried about here now? Look at this. So my to-do list, I'm running out of the fun stuff to do. I do all the fun stuff first, and I leave all the hard stuff for later, right? And so I've got marketing to do. I've got this level editor stuff to do. I've got to install a server to do. I mean, this one might be fun, but it's big. And this one, I think I'm going to have to move back to ideas because it's not essential. This one's same. I think I'm going to move it back here because it's not essential. And then we get into these hard ones, right? This is going to be very hard. This is boring. This is boring. This is maybe interesting, but probably boring. This is marketing. This one could be, I mean, it's a little bit of polish. It's probably pretty boring. This is boring. This, I'm going to move back here. Oh, look at me being brutal. I'm being brutal with my to-do list. Yeah, I'm just running out of the fun stuff to do. I'm getting into the hard part of finishing this stuff, which is good news. I'm getting closer to the finish line, but I'm going to need some snacks and more stamina before I can start tackling this stuff again. I think I'm definitely going to do this next, and I keep saying that I'm not gonna do it on stream, but this needs to get done. I'm gonna see if I can do this week. Hopefully on Saturday's stream I'll have good news that this is up and running, and maybe I'll have even put out a new build where we can actually do the leaderboards. That'd be fun. This actually belongs with this. There's going to be a lot of stuff I need to do for Act 2, including a different environment. That's really what this one is, a different environment. Yeah. I mean, looking at this list, it's tough. It's going to be a bunch of hard work. It's going to be a lot of boring work. And I'm out of energy right now. My to-do list has killed me. Yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. It's been a great Tuesday night. Thank you, everybody who's dropped in. Oh, Scooter, 3 kills. Nice. I'll be back again on Saturday, and we'll do a long stream on Saturday. The long streams on Saturday we've been doing have been giving me life. Makes me feel good, and I enjoy hanging out with you guys. So I'll see you then. There's a new YouTube video dropping tomorrow with some development progress and other fun tidbits. So check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, and you'll get notified when that comes out tomorrow. Until then, go to gravityace.com, tell everybody you know, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for dropping by, everybody.